Greetings from Dr. Hema Divakar. I am speaking to you in the capacity of President of SAIDIP. What does SAIDIP expand as? It's SAIDIP, expanding as a South Asian Initiative for Diabetes in Pregnancy. This is a great coming together in this novel initiative of all the stakeholders in the South Asian regions. The conference is being held here today in Colombo, Sri Lanka, but there are all the stakeholders, people from the ministry, the diabetologists, the gynecologists and obstetricians, the staff nurses, healthcare providers. Every segment is coming together under one great roof at the SAIDIP conference to think about the ways forward to tackle the tsunami of diabetes in pregnancy. The South Asian regions, namely India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Bhutan, Maldives, Bangladesh, Nepal. These are the regions which have the maximum number of pregnancies, and also ethnically they are more prone to diabetes in pregnancy. So the volumes of this menace are really the greatest, but the resources are really the poorest in this region. For example, in case a patient with diabetes in pregnancy has to be dealt with, it's not only the primary care clinician like the obstetrician who takes care of the pregnancy, but also the diabetologist, the dietitian, the lifestyle specialist, the educational counselor for diabetes. Everybody has to come together. It is actually a multi-speciality care. So what are we trying to do in the South Asian regions? Well, we are trying to turn the multitasking into multi-capacity. The multiple specialists have to collage into one single healthcare provider because there are no resources and it's impossible to cater to millions and millions of our pregnant women every year who are getting into this state of diabetes in pregnancy. So the capacity building of the entire region of the healthcare providers is the primary purpose of this great initiative, bringing together the people from the government and the professional organizations and the delegates. There's a very strong contingent and presence from the India as well, with Dr. Dinesh Banswal from the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Anil Kapoor from the World Diabetic Foundation, Dr. Sheshaya, who heads the DIPSI or the Diabetic Study Group of India, and he's been doing the pioneering work since the last 3 decades on this issue. And of course myself, Dr. Hema Divakar, as the FIGO representative for FOXI and the president of the SAIDIP conference. The FIGO leaders are here as well. Dr. Moshe Hood, who is the chair of the working group of the diabetes in pregnancy, now called the HIP or the hyperglycemia in pregnancy. We have brought out the guidelines at the FIGO, that is the international level, and the Indian guidelines both by the professional organization FOXI and the Government of India recommendations. All are in alignment and equally acceptable for the care of the women in this region. I'm really proud to say that India is the first government which has set its first foot forward to make the recommendation. And in keeping with this, I'm sure that after this great Congress, SAIDIP, all the other South Asian regions will follow the same model. FOXI, in collaboration with WDF and DIPSI, is the first of its kind to initiate a certification course for the obstetricians for the care of diabetes in pregnancy. Thousands and thousands are being trained on this. This is again a model which we are hoping to disseminate in the entire South Asian region, and there are some practical trainings given to the rest of the healthcare providers, as in the educators and the staff nurses, the frontline healthcare providers, the tasks being shifted to reach as many women and children as possible. So at this great meet, there's also going to be a landmark declaration called the Colombo Declaration, which will set the way forward. And I'm proud today that India is surging far ahead than the other South Asian countries, providing a framework for work in this region and the lessons learned from the Indian experience, the experiences shared from the other regions of South Asia, just the coming together of all of these people under the banner of SAIDIP, that is South Asian Initiative, is indeed a great beginning, and I'm sure that in the years to come, this will go back down in our memories as one of the most important initiatives and the landmark conferences which has set the way forward for healthy generation next. So this is Dr. Hema Divakar signing off as the president of SAIDIP, only to get the implementation part or the action points rolling when we go back from Colombo into our respective countries to do the best for the women and children back home in our own great nations. Thank you very much.